What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Gran Turismo 02 Hero Racing series. Today we are driving on the Kyoto driving park, but the short version. It's like really small. It's basically designed perfectly for the car that I'm purchasing right here, the Mazda Demio XD Touring. From what I understand, I think it's basically a Mazda 2. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's only like 20 grand, so put a huge dent in my wallet. And yeah, apparently it's the fastest car, so I decided to go out and grab that car quickly. This car was probably the most fun I've ever had in a while, and I'll get into that in a little bit right after I do a quick tour of the actual lap. So, what's cool about this track and the fact that this car, and with this car, is simply that basically it is full throttle the entire course, except for the, I guess, hairpin or sweep or like really short sweeper midway through the course. So basically, as long as you take the proper line and you do not brake, you're full throttle the entire time. Like literally the exact entire time you are full throttle for the long sweeper for the first corner. Second corner is, as long as you hit it properly, you actually shift up into fourth because the car doesn't want to rev out enough. And the last corner, or the third corner, or I guess the third corner, or I guess the fourth technically, because I guess the S's are two corners. The fourth corner, you want to brake back into second so you can get as much power and torque from this absolute monster, all 103 horsepower out of this little beast. And yeah, after that corner, basically there's another quick S and you're full throttle there and you hit the straight. And yeah, quick before the first race, as I was qualifying, I went a little bit quicker. So yeah, this here is our first race of the day, and the first lap is always the most fun in small cars like this, for the simple fact that since they're so slow, no one can really shoot off the line and run away from each other. Also, in these cars, since the track is so short and the cars are so slow, in reality they're very slow, you're able to just keep up with everybody even if you make a slight mistake. But also, if being 2 seconds slower than somebody is a very big, very much kills you, for the simple fact that they don't have any horsepower. You can't just catch up on the straights or anything like that, especially since we're all in the same car. This, as you can see from the coming out of the third corner, if you don't hit it properly, you can get into the grass and kind of throw yourself off. Also, if you don't brake properly for the hairpin there, someone's just gonna die and you are donezo. But yeah, this race was probably the most fun. I wish Gran Turismo would do a lot more short track, low horsepower cars. I think in my opinion, these are the most fun races. I know the really fast GR3, GR4 cars are like probably more fun but more competitive, but I think these races are just better just for how competitive they can be because how slow the cars are. It's kind of like the Honda Fit series we have here in Canada, or I don't know what it is in oh no, the Nissan Micra. We have the Nissan Micra Cup here, and that's basically these, but they're just race car versions, so gutted with sticky tires, and I think maybe coilovers. That's about it, and the cage. They don't really have anything else in the car. That's something, if I had the money, I would love to get into. I think that would be the perfect opportunity for me. But yeah, as we go into the race here, as you can see, I let that guy in very much easily on the inside of the first corner here. But I knew as long as I had the inside on this corner, I would have the inside of the second part of the S's here, and I know I can take him on the straightaway and he won't be able to get me. Also, he follows me right in and almost goes off course, but just doesn't. But I also have the inside, and even though he's a little bit more aggressive, I still have the inside, and I'll be able to take him on the corner. But then again, coming from the outside, he does have the inside coming into the straight over here. Now we're coming upon the penultimate lap, or the second last lap of the race, and we're in 8th place. We're basically in last. I do not like this position. We're going to try to move as fast as we can up forward. We can see pretty much all the way up into 5th. Now, like I said before, if we can see them, we can pass them. That's going to be our goal, to pass 5th place, because they're right there in our vision, and as long as we can get the line proper and just try to stay consistent as possible, because in reality, for this race here, consistency is king. Like I said before, because there's such a low horsepower, there's nothing you can really do with gaining traction or gaining road or gaining ground by just abusing horsepower. These cars have no horsepower. They have 103 horsepower to probably the crank, That's probably what they're rated for, and it's pretty difficult. The car in front of me, the Honda Fit, I believe has 134, but that's because it's also hybrid. Also, as you can see, the guy in 7th place gets a penalty, and we move up a position, trying to get closer and closer to the 5th position right in front of us. I think he's about maybe 2 seconds ahead of us, or just under 2, I think. But like I said, yeah, the Honda Fit does have 134, but that is also because of the hybrid engine it has and the battery it has. And as I was qualifying with that at first, but I had a very difficult time keeping the battery charged. That's mainly because I've never driven a hybrid car in this game, and I don't know how to really save the battery, because pretty much in this track, if you don't stay full throttle the entire time, you're kind of screwed. So that's why I think the Mazda is the best option to use. Also, when I was looking at the leaderboards, it was the fastest car to pick, and yeah, that's why I chose that one. Also, at the end of this race, coming into the end of the race right here, we were not able to catch the guy in 6th place, unfortunately. But I don't think we gained a position, but I don't think we lost a position. I could be wrong. Oh, we did gain a position. Look at that. Would you look at that? Yeah. So also here, I decided to go get a different vinyl wrap, or whatever you want to call it, different vinyl on the car. I can't really remember the name. Or livery, that's it. But for some reason, it wouldn't let me apply it. If anyone can let me know why, because I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was different. But yeah. Also, right before the second race, I am able to beat my lap time 3 times over right before the track, and I get pretty good lap times. I was only about, I think, a second and a half or 2 seconds off the top guy in the, I think in my region. I don't think it's in the world. I think it's in my region because the guy was Brazilian, and basically everybody else was just in the Americas. So I think pretty sure it was just in my region. But I was only about 2 seconds off, just under 2 seconds off that guy. Again, 2 seconds in these cars is quite a bit. So does that make me fast? I don't know. But 2 seconds is 2 seconds, and that made me pretty freaking happy. It was pretty awesome. So on the start of this race, I'm able to move up 2 positions on the first corner, just because I knew I could stay as close as I could on the inside. And yeah, but as you can see, coming out of the 4th or the 3rd corner, I kind of lose it. Like I said before, if you don't take it properly, you kind of throw yourself right into the wall. And once you hit the grass with these cars, especially with the soft tires, it just takes you and you can't do anything. So now I'm in last place, but in reality, as you can see, that guy jumps right over that pylon like it's a little bungee cord or something like that. But yeah, so now we're in last place. Well, in 10th, because that guy, they were fighting a little bit too much, and I'm able to get back in 10th. We're pretty much right here in 9th. As we take the inside, we will be able to pass the blue guy, the blue car, the American. But as you can see, everybody's literally right in front of us. Everyone is within about, I'd say, 2.5 seconds in front of us. So is first place possible? Probably not. But it's still early in the race. It's only the 2nd lap. We have a lot of time. We're ready to move back into 9th. Well, yeah, back into 9th. And the 2 guys in front of us, we can most likely pass. They are slower than us. I am able to get them. Also, I learned that on the 4th corner where the hairpin is, I'm able to brake a lot later than I thought I was able to. Here, these guys shoot it way off, and I'm able to pass the guy and move into 8th. But yes, that corner, you're able to brake a lot later than I thought, and these cars don't have that much grip. And we passed the guy in 7th there because he's bad. Also, yeah, like I said, these cars have a little bit more grip than I thought they did. So in that corner, if you're able to shift down quick enough into 2nd and just floor it, it is able for somehow, some way, get traction and pull you through the corner. As long as you brake late enough, it worked kind of well. If you brake a little too late, you're kind of screwed because you just throw yourself into the wall. But you can brake pretty late. Where I learned to pretty much brake was in between the 2 pylons coming up here. There's the double pylon and the single. I learned basically pretty much halfway through as I make a killer move on the inside of the blue guy here. Absolutely incredible. I can't believe I just squeezed myself, thread the needle in between the rumble strip and the guy, able to stay on course and not even hit him. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, but pretty much that's pretty much how it is. If you can brake late enough and not crash into the wall, you can pretty much take that corner really well. Just a little bit about halfway through the double pylon and the single pylon for the braking zone, I learned is pretty golden. It may not be perfect, but it's pretty solid. But yeah, as we move up into the race a bit more onto the penultimate lap of the 2nd race here, I'm able to throw myself into fourth, but I'm fighting the guy here in fourth, and I kind of lose position back into fifth. But I think that's fair. He was in the inside. He had the inside. It's fine. It's okay. Now, final lap of the race. We're going to try to send it here because I don't want to lose any more positions. But the guy in fifth, at first, I thought that was kind of dirty because he hit me. But in reality, I kind of left the inside way open. And as a good old Ayrton Senna said, if you don't take a opening as a racing driver, you're no longer a racing driver. So I rate that move by him. He didn't hit me that hard. He only gave me a little bit of a nudge. So it isn't that very offensive the way he did that. Offensive is the wrong word to use. But yeah, he did a pretty good move there. I rate that. It was pretty solid. And here on the inside also, I leave it wide open. Again, I was pretty mad about that, but looking at it now, it was wide open the inside. And for the final lap of the race, you kind of have to send it to make any positions. And I look at that more of a me trying to somehow scratch up a fifth place, which was almost impossible, to I should have been defending my sixth position as well as I could. For some reason, I decided to try to take the racing line, which didn't make any sense. But it is what it is. This race actually is probably the best race of the bunch, and this is the third and final race. Also, I decided to pick this cool little rose pink or pink rose gold kind of color. I really liked it. It really popped in the car. It is a little bit more feminine, but you know what? I think it looked cool, and it's not black like everybody else. Black or blue like everyone else picked in this race. So I thought it was pretty cool. Also, I couldn't get my livery, so I was kind of mad. Anyways, on to the beginning of the race. I was able to gain up position quickly off the red car, I believe the American. He didn't get a very good launch, and I was able to get right past him on the inside of the corner, or inside of the straightaway. It wasn't really a corner yet. But I made sure to hug the inside of the first corner because on the first lap, I like to stay on the inside as much as I can just so I can make the track as short as possible. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but everyone else was doing it, and I decided to follow through, which isn't the best thing to do always, but that's what I did. Also, this corner here, nice little, not dive bomb, but I broke a little bit late, trying not to kill the guy in the silver fit, I think it was, and I passed him on the inside. Nice little move, nice and cheeky, I loved it. Also, again, I found out from following or watching other videos that if you have the pylons on and the other player doesn't, pretty much, and they hit the pylon, that's why on your screen their car like shoots up into the air. It's kind of like a glitch in the game, but I guess it is what it is. It's not that much of a glitch, or it's not that bad because it doesn't really affect them in their race, so it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was kind of funny watching them fly in the air, and they have no idea that's what they're doing. It's kind of funny. Also here, I get a purple sector on the first corner for the first sector of the race, and I was like, wow, I'm moving, bud. How well I'm doing, I don't really know, but it's okay. Also, it's kind of weird that he hit that pylon there and he didn't go flying in the air, but whatever. Also, I noticed the guy was right behind me. I probably shouldn't have defended right away. I probably should have just let him pass so I can make up more ground, but I kind of defended a little bit there so he wouldn't pass me. But yeah, onto the main straight for the third lap of the race. We're right behind, or close enough, to the Canadian in the baby blue fit. Pay attention to that guy, because that guy comes into a factor at the end of this race. At least I believe it's that guy. I don't think there's any other ones. But also, this guy gives me a little bit more of a nudge than I was happy with. Also, crazy lag spike comes out of nowhere. I don't know why I'm getting crazy lag spike. I have decent internet, but I guess all the guys ahead of me do have worse connection. On to the penultimate lap, because basically after that move, a guy just got a penalty and I gained a position, and that was about it. Nothing really happened. It was just me trying to stay consistent and stay right behind these guys, which I think I did a pretty good job. I basically was able to stay exactly where you see me for the most part, and I didn't lose any positions, nor really gained any positions on me. I just pretty much stayed where I was. Now, onto the last lap. I knew this fit, if he had any power or any more battery power, I was not going to be able to get him in any sort of straightaway or any way like that. I knew I just had to stay as close as I could to him, and the only way I was going to pass him would be on the fourth corner on the hairpin, and I knew I can brake later than him because I was able to brake a little bit later than him every time in the race. I was like, I have this guy on the corner, on the hairpin, as long as I can get a proper run on him. And as you can see, I'm right behind him, and I see the opening, and I go for it. I shoot, I brake, and I take the fourth position away from him so smooth, like a smooth criminal. I was absolutely pumped. Right behind him, taking fourth. Give me that fourth place. It's mine. the guy in the, I believe he gets passed again by the red Mazda, and I was able to keep the fourth. He loses 2 positions on that corner. Like I said, he wasn't that great on the corner, and I proved it there. I was actually able to outbrake a guy, and I was able to use my braking power to pass someone in this game when I was so bad at it at the beginning of this series. I'm slowly getting better. Also, that ABS thing is kind of helping me a lot. Also, you kind of probably noticed that I have a lot of Gran Turismo content up right now and no car videos. I should have a video by after this video. I should be having another video of a reveal video of what's going on with my Lexus and possibly a new car to put my 2J in. But yeah, that's pretty much how that's going. That's why I'm doing a lot of Gran Turismo. Also, I'm really enjoying this post commentary stuff. If you have any suggestions on for what me to do or what I should do, please comment down below. I really like. I comment back on all the comments I do get on the videos. But with that said, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. We're really close to 50 subscribers. I'm pretty happy about that. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.